Hello dear viewer and welcome to this quick review of Dragalia Lost on iOS with me, Jalinon. Let's jump in. Hopefully Nintendo won't say something like, oh, you're not allowed to. But here is the first con of the game, is it does take a ton of space. Originally, it tells you, oh, maybe a gig. And now I'm up to 4.4 gigs. But apparently I need to download this. So I'll be back. On the bright side, you do get beautiful cutscenes and things while downloads occur. So, like, the main pro of this game is the amazing artwork, the stories, the characters. There's a lot of just little goodies and things hidden inside this game. The mechanics are pretty tight, at least when I was playing more in depth a couple months ago. Not gonna lie, it's been a while. So, overall, I mean, you can even just hear the music. Pretty good music. So, this game has a lot going for it in terms of design and just beauty. Aesthetics. Anyway, we'll come back once the download is done. Alright, and here's our first instance of the free-to-play freemium style game. You do get daily bonuses and things. Ooh, 40. So the nice thing to know is that your bonuses do carry over. So it's like, it's not you have to log in each day necessarily to pick up the next bonus. You just have to do it in a row. Now for the New Year's, you probably have to do it each day. We're going to skip all that stuff. Ooh. So here's a little ad for some of the new characters, it looks like. Okay. As you can see, they have some pretty cool stuff going on. So they will kind of advertise heroes and things, let you know about latest news, events and promos, etc. Let's go check this stuff out. This is where your upgrade stuff comes from. This game is very grindy. Just know that going in. It is free to play to the core, but it's beautiful, and if you enjoy free to play enough, then that's a thing. I didn't have to use any Wormite or the in-app currency for that. If I wanted to do another summon, though, I would have to pay Wormite. I got some coinage out of that, which is the non-paid-for currency. Let's accept this summoning voucher so I can show you what the summoning looks like. Anything else? We got a bunch of scales and things. We can just click accept all. It'll do a nice little breakdown. So they have a lot of quality of life stuff in this. Let's go to our castle. So eventually in the game, just by playing through the campaign, you will unlock a castle. At the castle, you can kind of customize a few things, power up your heroes with a couple of these orbs. So the Flame Altar gives fire heroes plus 2% HP, plus 1.5% strength at the moment, and you can keep upgrading it. So right now we can upgrade it for 1,500 rupees, and 5 of these flame orbs. And if you want to know, oh, how do I acquire these if I don't have them? They have a very easy way to just access what you need. So, high props for the ease of making grinding more obvious. However, let's see. Let's do solo. Probably nobody's running this on co-op, because it's pretty low level. We've got friends, so we can borrow their little hero. Yep. We'll go ahead and use this one. And this is our current team. Mostly focused on dark characters because only light is good against dark. Whereas the other elements, generally, you know, it's the little triangle of water is good against fire, fire is good against wind, wind is good against water, etc., etc. Alright. Oh, they also do less damage to something that they are weak against, so that's one reason light and dark are kind of the best colors, like in other free-to-play games, is because they're not really dealing less damage to each other, they only deal more damage to each other. And since this is more of a skill-based game where you can roll around to dodge things, you can really use that to your advantage, especially with long-range characters like the archer I'm using, who's a 5-star character. Alright, and level finally loaded. And as you can see, uh-oh, I chose the wrong team. Well, we're using our water team. That's actually the best against this this area. So there are traps and things. Look out for all the red circles that pop up. That's where they all attack. Okay. So we got some money and items. Okay, and you can auto things. But the computer will run into traps, and it will ignore... Oh. Never mind. They changed it. It used to ignore the treasure chests. And the crates and stuff. Oh. And you can actually control the roll while auto is enabled. And all this stuff too. So that was a waste of our friend summon, but that's okay. And you can take control and do this. So if you're tired of constant tapping and things, you can do that. Here is a worm icon thing that'll help charge up our dragon power, which is above our character portrait. We can also switch characters, and each character I've equipped with a different dragon, and they have different moves and different elements right now. These guys are all water except for this guy. And now we go to the boss room. Pretty much every level ends the same way. You meet a boss, and you try to take him down. So what I recommend, activate your friend's stuff. Okay, when you can, just try to get to the boss. Ah, that hurt. And then once you do enough damage, summon your worm so you can do stuff. Activate various things. The break lets you deal more damage to a boss. Raid bosses work similarly, where you want to try to like break different portions of their bodies. And then you can deal more damage, and you want to try to just avoid their super attacks. Okay, so we got some items and things. And as previously mentioned, it's very grindy as a game. So we'll go over here. And I did promise to summon stuff, so we'll go to the summon. We'll do the single summon. I'll do that. Okay, beautiful summoning session. You can skip it if you want it at the bottom right. The rainbow color denotes the 5-star. I used the special voucher they gave me.
I'm grateful for this fated encounter.
Navid. And we can tap on Navid, view him in 3D, view in 2D, details. Okay, so you can go up to level 80. Lower rarity characters generally can't go as high in level until you rank them up, and you can do that with materials and things. Okay, he has crystalline blades, deals flame damage to enemies directly ahead, so that's his special. Kind of one of those things that you can use on a cooldown. Okay. And it can be enhanced up to 5 times. Radiant Bauble. So this guy seems more like a tanky character based on those skills. Oh, and he helps your dragon gauge feel faster. He has different abilities. And here's his story. A youth on a journey from a foreign land. He's an apt student of swords and lithomancy, a magic that uses the mana contained in gems. His modest and easygoing nature makes him popular, but he's oddly awkward with women. Lithomancy, if I remember correctly, lith means rock. Anyway, so we got Navid. Alright. Now, if we wanted to see more stuff, we can see friends. We got a friends list. We got a new friend, June. So using a level 23. Okay. We got some other friends here. And now we have more stuff. Okay. So for clearing that endeavor, we got some more Warmite and things. So honestly, this game feels pretty fair in terms of being able to collect characters pretty quickly. The items, well, that's where it gets pretty crazy. And not to mention, to level up your character's abilities and things, you go into these tiered circles, these mana circles. And you've got to spend different resources to unlock those. And generally, it's going to be a limiting factor on your total strength. So can we get up to this tier? No, I need to unlock the previous mana circle. Okay, which honestly doesn't make much sense if I have a 5-star version of a wind character. And I don't have enough materials to unbind him anyway. So once again, there are several limiting factors, and generally they're all these items that are used to enhance your characters or their items. Okay. And as you can see, there are special effects during the game, etc., etc. So moving on, we'll go back to the home. The home screen is fun. You can switch to 2D art or 3D art. You can also see your events. You can accept all your stuff for your quests of the day once you finish them all. And then we'll go here as well. Okay. Accept that. And of course, some of these dungeons change per day, so some will not be available the next day, like the Flamehell Ruins. The campaign is always available. I'm in Chapter 5, and you do get some decent stuff just by going through the campaign, like 4-star dragons and things. Since 5 stars is the current height, that's not so bad. Let's go back to the castle, because you can see adventurer stories, and this is a good way to kind of showcase various characters and their stories and what's going on. So let's go Cleo. So Cleo's a free character you get as you progress through the campaign. So is Elisande. That takes care of the kitchen. Do you need assistance cleaning the storehouse? Also, you can put this on auto. Jalinon should have that under control. Perhaps you could go see if Ranzel needs anything. The axe guy. I'll do that. It's rather shocking how dirty this place has become. It's difficult to keep a place this large, neat and tidy. I'm merely thankful we had the day free to deal with it. We rarely have enough time to spare for cleaning. It is a magic castle, though, so, you know, it should be able to do that itself, right? Okay. This painting. Are you finished with the storehouse, Jalinon? Have you discovered something? I found this painting while I was cleaning. Can you tell what it's supposed to be? That's... Kindly hand that to me. Of course. Here you are. It's hard to tell, but I think it's a painting of some hideous beast. A beast? How dare you, sir? This is a portrait. A portrait? Of the person? I am extremely certain. Wait. Cleo, didn't you say something about painting pictures to help remember your previous master? So does that mean you painted this? Why, this is a wonderful portrait. It doesn't look like a hideous beast at all. In fact, I'm going to hang it up right... Stop. I'm quite aware that I lack even the slightest hint of artistic talent. That's not true. Just a moment ago, you mistook my painting of a man for that of a hideous beast. I appreciate the thought, but you needn't lie to spare my feelings. If anything, I owe you thanks for finding this. I had been looking for it. Well, I'm glad for that much at least. But if I may, Cleo, was your previous master... Hey, Jalinon, can I get some help cleaning out the armory? Or are you going to stand there and chew the fat all bleep day? So yes, Ranzel also curses a bit. So for parents, you may want to know that as well. Okay, she's taking care of the garden now. Yep, that's right. Cleo's still a mysterious character, which is why we should read more of her stories as we unlock them by leveling up her character. So it gives you incentives to basically progress characters, learn more about them, which is pretty fun. And I really appreciate that in this story. So I think overall, Dragalia Lost is for people who like free-to-play games and are okay with the grind, who like kind of tight mechanics that are pretty fast. The co-op actually works pretty decently well over online Wi-Fi, as long as your Wi-Fi is pretty consistent. The main things to keep, cognizant about are that it is a grind. There are going to be things that it wants to convince you to spend Wormite on or to buy Wormite for. It does try to throw a lot of cute female characters at the players, and so on and so forth. And some of those characters may be annoying to some people. Overall, though, there are lots of stories and things to keep you entertained. You can go to the Dragons first to see the coolest part of the game, in my opinion. The dragons. But yeah, so it is definitely a free-to-play game. It's a grind. takes up a ton of space, over 4 gigs right now on mine. So I'm going to delete it after this because I need to do more games, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on what you think. And there are some curse words and things, so it does deserve its age rating. And overall, I would say for parents, you know, it's up to you. But, yeah, I mean, there's some curse words, some violence, you know, some stuff happens in the story. It's like, oh man, your dad just turned evil. Spoiler! So, yes, things happen. But overall, as you can see, it's very cartoony. It's just, there's a lot of text, a lot of story. So if you don't like reading either, you can skip all that. But I think they did a pretty decent job of trying to make a story out of all this. Even though it gets a little crazy and convoluted at times with how time works. So, leave a like if you enjoyed this, subscribe to see more reviews and things on mobile games, and have a great day, dear viewer.